reality of wrestling, the flagship of Texas wrestling.
You just can't see it anywhere else.
He's 15 feet in the air. Brian takes him up top. Oh, look at this. Oh, my God.
Will testify.
Oh, connect flush.
Look at you, dig that. Boom.
Welcome to the front row of sports entertainment and the flagship of Texas wrestling. Matt Topolsky alongside Brad Gilmore for another edition of the reality of wrestling. And Brad, we have to talk about the history that was made last week on this program, a 360 fatal four-way match for the reality of wrestling TV title.
It was the first time ever, and what a great venue to do it in. The World Gym Arena, reality of wrestling, incredible. Those four men put it all out there, and what a match it was.
And the question on everybody's mind, when we talk about titles, we have to talk about the heavyweight championship. The question on everyone's mind in the Row Nation is who will be the #1 contender. Later on in this broadcast, Booker T will answer that question about who will face Gino, the undefeated heavyweight champion.
You gotta talk to the man in charge to find out. We are all anticipating Booker T's announcement a little bit later.
Absolutely, but coming up next to start off the action this week on the reality of wrestling, it's the most interesting wrestler in the world,
yes.
Mitch Baxter taking on El Mascara. That matchup is next.
Introducing first, from Utica Street, weighing in at 190 pounds, he is the world's most interesting wrestler, Mitch Baxter.
The world's most interesting wrestler, Brad Gilmore. It looks like he's been borrowing some of your clothes from your closet there.
Well, that's fine. You know, I got to catch up with Mitch Baxter. First time we've had a one-on-one conversation backstage. I like this guy. He is very interesting. Many theories, many hypotheses. He's an international traveler, and I think he's from Oklahoma. A lot of reasons he's interesting.
You know, it is the summertime in Houston. I'm wondering about his attire a little bit here. You don't think he's hot?
No, he's meditating. He's in his cool zone right now.
What an ovation for El Mascara, making his reality of wrestling debut here at the World Gym Arena. A very popular international athlete and Lucha Libre star, making his debut this week on the Row.
What is he wearing?
He's wearing his traditional Lucha garb.
He looks like the Kool-Aid man's cousin.
Come on now.
What is wrong with him? That's no attire.
What has gotten into you?
What are you talking about? Hey, if you had to pick which guy's more interesting, it's obviously Mitch Baxter. Nothing interesting about this.
Mitch Baxter is more interesting than an international star from Monterrey, Mexico, El Mascara?
I'm not even sure he's from Mexico. I tried to talk to him earlier. He said hello. He didn't say hola. What's that about?
I'm not even going to begin to speculate on that. Well, I don't even dare ask you what do you think of his chances here this week on the reality of wrestling?
To none. Look, that's the most interesting man in the world right there.
Mitch Baxter here, reversal into a cover and a kick out.
Yeah, take a breather, Mitch. It's all right. Take a breather. You see that even El Mascara was applauding Mitch Baxter.
Well, I think El Mascara was responding to the Row Nation.
Who's applauding Mitch Baxter?
They're not applauding Mitch Baxter. They're excited to see El Mascara here at the reality of wrestling.
Hey.
Nice armbar, middle of the ring. It could be over right here. Cover here. Back into that armbar once again. What is it about Mitch Baxter that makes him the world's most interesting wrestler?
Have you ever talked to the guy?
No, I haven't.
Well, because you're not interesting enough. You got to get to a certain level before he'll even acknowledge your presence. There you go, Mitch. Hey, watch out. That was below the belt, ref.
Nice
what is this?
There.
What is he doing?
El Mascara working right there on both quadricep muscles and the knee. Look at this innovative maneuver right here.
Let's see where this gets him. They're standing on their heads. Hey.
Well, this is a first for the reality of wrestling. Cover here.
Oh!
Mascara bringing that lucha libre style to the table. Sunset flip, looking for a reversal here.
What is that? What
Rolls
is that?
through, nice cover from El Mascara, too, and a kick out by Mitch Baxter.
Oh! There you go, Mitch. That's what you get. Oh.
Oh, standing
right.
moonsault, but a
right.
reversal from Mitch Baxter gets those knees up, and now it's ground and pound from the self-proclaimed world's most interesting wrestler into a cover, too, and a kick out from El Mascara.
He's not self-proclaimed. I proclaim him that, too.
All right, you and him, two people.
How many people call you interesting? He's so knowledgeable about wrestling. He can just pick you apart, piece by piece, like a vulture.
Impressive elbow there from Mitch Baxter. Cover, center of the ring.
Oh!
But El Mascara gets that shoulder up there at the last moment.
Come on, Rev,
Now
count
Mitch
faster.
Baxter taking advantage of the situation.
Oh, you know what Mitch Baxter should do? Take El Mascara's mask off.
You know, that is something you would suggest. You know how disrespectful that is? To Lucha Libre heritage, to El Mascara's roots.
I think his roots are Scandinavian, let's be honest.
Center of the ring here. Oh my goodness! A super backbreaker.
Watch out, Mitch.
Oh my! Face planted, center of the ring. It could be over right here. El Mascara hooks the leg too.
And a kick out. And that was probably the best move El Mascara knows. Couldn't even beat him. There's nothing interesting about a man who hides his face there, TK.
The Row Nation disagrees with you. All you have to do is listen to the ovation for El Mascara.
I thought El Mascara wasn't even from this nation.
Oh! Connects flush with that chop.
Roll through. Yeah. Yeah.
Mitch Baxter and Mascara perched up top. And now he's calling for it. High risk. Oh my goodness, connects, cover, 2, 3, El Mascara, victorious. An impressive debut here at the Row by El Mascara, and the Row Nation loving what they're seeing from this international lucha star who has come to the reality of wrestling. How impressive was that?
Hey Booker, can I get a second here? I just have to ask you, who's gonna be the next #1 contender for Gino's Reality of Wrestling Heavyweight Championship?
Look, man, you caught me off guard with that, man. I just finished the show, but I tell you what, that Gino, he's good. He's real good. So I say we need to step it up a little bit for the Reality of Wrestling's heavyweight champion, Gino, the youngest champion in Reality of Wrestling's history. And I say we do it tournament style. No matter what in that tournament is gonna fall out to be a triple threat. And the winner will be the #1 contender.
We are Legion. We are Legion. We are Legion. Do you hear me? We are Legion. Okay? Okay? We cannot mess this up. We have to take control, Sky. I have to take control back. Kiefer Bartek, Cameron Cole, we are going to show you the true power of Legion. 'Cause we are Legion. We are Legion. We are Legion. We are many.
And here comes Big Shea Taylor.
Here comes Minister Bryan. Oh, hey, what a forearm.
Shea Taylor. Oh, what a body splash! Incredible! Back to his feet. Tags in Tyree Taylor. Up top, Taylor made Moonsault, hit it. Hooks the leg, cover, 2, 3. Still your tag team champions.
Hell yeah, Tyree. And still, baby, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
If and when you boys decide to get up, we're not hard to find.
Ryan Davidson, Alex Raines, a quick question. Why did you two attack the Taylors?
God. Why not? That's the question that you really should be asking is why not attack the Taylors? In fact, why not attack anybody else at the row? Because everybody else, they get opportunities. They get the limelight, right? They put on a fancy hat, they do a cartwheel. Oh, next star. 2 guys been doing it since day one, better than anybody else, and zero opportunity. Well, everybody else has been getting shots of opportunity. I think it's about time we start giving people shots to the mouth. What you think?
You know, I'm not sure I could say that any better, but I'll take a crack at it. You know, for the better part of 2 years, I did things the right way. I did the things the way they say you're supposed to do it. I played by the rules. Where to get me?
Nowhere.
In fact, no better example of that than the man standing here right next to me. 3 people in this company have pinfall victories over Alex Raines, and one of them standing right here. Was he the better wrestler? No. But he knows how to get the job done. So when you take the best wrestler on the roster, put it with the man that knows how to get the job done, we can do whatever we want. That's why we attack the Taylors.
Taylors, be ready. We'll see you soon.
Introducing first, representing Legion, at a total body weight of 360 pounds, Shawn Hendricks and Brendan Sky.
A few weeks ago here on The Reality of Wrestling, Brendan Sky and Evan Snow changed the game in Reality of Wrestling forever. It was an impressive and unforgettable no disqualification match. Unfortunately for Brendan Sky and Legion, he was not victorious. Legion's still looking for a win, Brad. We'll see if they can get one this week on the road.
It'd be the time and the place to do so here on the CW. Prime time, that's prime position.
Their opponents at a total body weight of 395 pounds, Bartek and Cameron Cole.
Well, here comes Bartek and Cameron Cole, somewhat of an odd couple, some might say. These two call themselves the Cool, though. They've been trying to get on the same page a little bit. Maybe dress similar, act similar.
and get on the same diet as well. It's the cool kid from Santa Clara, California, Cameron Cole, and his tag team partner, Bartek.
Well, while these two were making their entrance, Brendan Sky came over to us and he said, it's their time. It's our time tonight. I don't know why I'm asking you. You wouldn't know cool if it slapped you upside the face.
How disrespectful are you? You know, well, I'm wondering, Brad, if perhaps you'd like to give a man bun out. You know, give that a try. See what you think about that.
You got a problem with a man bun? What's your issue?
Just wondering what it would look like on you.
The owner of this company will wear a bun every now and then. You have a problem with the man bun?
Pretty sure it works for him. I'm just wondering what it would look like on you.
Look, I got the bouffant. I'm the king of the bouffants. Better chill out, Matt Topolsky. Chill out like the cool.
Cameron Cole has been evolving over the last few months into the complete competitor. What a tremendous athlete Cameron Cole has become. And now Cameron Cole and Bartek have an opportunity to rise in the tag team ranks here in the reality of wrestling, but in front of them right now stands Legion, a very dangerous element indeed.
What do you think, though, Cameron Cole has to do to finally put all the puzzle pieces together? Do you think Bartek is that answer? Do you think a tag team is what he needs to be in to thrive?
Oh my goodness! Nice series of reversals right there. I think it's all about keeping up the momentum for Cameron Cole.
And here comes the creepy, the weird, and the strange Shawn Hendricks, who's actually getting a beating taken to him right now by Cameron Cole. Legion, I don't think Matt Topolsky has been working well together as of late. It seems as though they don't have a common goal. They're not all focused on the same thing, and I think that's, oh, wow.
Press cover here from Bartek, hooks the leg, 2. But a kick out from Shawn Hendricks. You bring up an excellent point, Brad Gilmore, and it's been some time since we've seen Legion victorious here in the reality of wrestling. Legion, the demonic collective, a very dangerous faction indeed, but one has to wonder what's going on in the mind of Shawn Hendricks. After time of coming out here, he and members of Legion continue to lose.
Well, you know, the last time we saw Gabriel Hollier and Cedric Payne go against the Cool.
Cover here, could be over, 2. Kick out from Shawn Hendricks.
Cameron Cole and Bartek and lose. It seems that that's all they've been doing as of late, is losing. It's loss after loss after loss.
Bartek and Cameron Cole working together very well, like a well-oiled machine right now is this tag team. And you called them an odd couple at the beginning, but it seems to work for them. You know, they say opposites attract, and perhaps that's what we have here. We want to remind everyone still to come here on the reality of wrestling. Eric Lockhart and Marcellus Black in our main event. Part of the #1 contenders tournament. One of those two will be moving on to the finals. Blind tag here. Broken up from Brendan Sky. The uncanny ability of Brendan Sky seems to defy gravity at every opportunity. And there's an example right there. Lion Salt, cover, middle of the ring, 2, and a kick out.
Even though it was in defeat, Brendan Sky looked excellent in that match against East Snow. Anything went, and they went to the limits.
Now some tag team wrestling here from Legion, who finally look to be getting on the same page. Cover, middle of the ring, Shawn Hendricks. Kick out at 2 from the cool kid from Santa Clara, California. Side suplex from the leader of the demonic collective. Shawn Hendricks hooks the leg, lateral press, cover, kick out at 2.
Maybe Hendricks wants to take things into his own hands. Maybe he needs to reassert himself as the leader of this faction and show his disciples how it's done.
Impressive back body drop there from Cameron Cole. Here's the tag, and here comes Bartek.
And a tag to, Sky. And Bartek taking him out. Bartek, no stranger to these two men. Spending several months under the spell of Shawn Hendricks and Legion.
Bartek disposed of Shawn Hendricks right there. Head of steam into the corner and drives that elbow directly into the face of Brendan Sky.
Whoa.
And then a short arm clothesline, turning Brendan Sky inside out. And he's looking for that spear, Brad.
He's going for the spear. He's going for the spear. Oh, wow, nice drop kick right to the knee.
Oh,
Pele kick.
Pele kick out of nowhere. Brendan Sky defying gravity once again, and now he's going up top. He lives in the heavens.
He's gonna end it. He's gonna end it. Well, that's strange.
Bit unusual right there. Brendan Sky looked to have this finished off. Goes for the Hendricks hangover. A reversal here. Super kick from Cameron Cullen. There's that spear. Turned him inside out, middle of the ring. 1, 2, count to 100. An impressive victory by Cameron Cullen Bartek. But the real story here has to be what we saw in the corner just moments ago. It looked like Brendan Sky was ready to finish off Bartek. Shawn Hendricks wanted to get involved, demanded to be tagged in, and it ended up costing Legion the match.
Whoa, 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 whoa. And it looks like Hendricks is blaming Brendan Sky for the loss.
Well, the losing streak continues for the Demonic Collective, but I don't think Hendricks can blame this loss on Brendan Sky.
Oh, wow.
Quit flying around like you do.
Legion splintering before our very eyes.
Bro Nation, at this time, I am joined alongside Eric Lockhart. Eric, an impressive return here to the reality of wrestling over the last few weeks. Certainly have been letting the Bro Nation know what they've been missing out on here now that you've returned. Equally impressive in his performances, however, is also the Shogun of the Row, Marcellus Black, who you will be facing later on today with potential title implications.
That's what it's all about. The title implications. See, as impressive as you may feel that I've been since I've come back, I don't feel like I've accomplished what I wanted to. I wanted to win the title. I want to start giving opportunities to new people in this locker room, people that paid their dues, and actually Shogun was one of the ones that I mentioned. So I'm glad to have this match, but as much as I need to win this, Shogun, you need to win this too. And not just for the title implications, no, you need to prove something. Because I know locally you're well liked. The people here know you. And even extending beyond that, you got a heck of a following. The people believe in you in reality of wrestling, but let's look at the big picture. Let's look beyond that. If you go elsewhere, I'll tell you what's going to happen. They're going to look at you as the football guy, all right? Guys like me who've been pegging away on the indie scene for years and years are the people want to see go somewhere, right? Prove yourself. You haven't faced anyone my stature, my size. I'm a little guy, right? Well, this little guy's going to chop you down, and he's going to take your legs out of you. Prove yourself, Marcellus. I want you to take this very seriously, because this Lockhart is still beating. I'm going to prove that tonight. Thank you.
Ivory, quick question. There are rumors running rampant that although you attacked Kylie, you didn't attack Jada because there's some type of collusion between the two of you. Care to comment?
This fool. No comment.
In front of all the Row Nation, he defeated Rex Andrews for the opportunity to be in this matchup. So Rex Andrews has to have that in the back of his mind as well.
Rex Andrews has to have a lot of things going on in his mind right now, but what I'm trying to do is focus on all the action that's going on. First time ever in our business's history, a 360 view of the action.
This fatal four-way matchup is for the Reality of Wrestling TV title.
Oh, and another Q cutter.
And got all of it. Q cutter on Rex Andrews. Q cutter on Brian Keith.
Wait, he's stacking them both up together. He's gonna go for a double 455.
High risk maneuver
Here he
here.
goes. Wait a minute.
Tempo.
Wait, Q's eliminated.
The deck is still stacked against the champion.
Oh, Brian Keith had it well scouted right there. Another kick right to the knee, cutting him down to size. Swing and a miss.
Oh, look at this. Look at this, Brad. Rex Andrews looking to fold Brian Keith in half. Brian Keith looking for it. Rodeo DDT, and he got all of it. Unbelievable.
Can he capitalize? Can he roll over and pin the champion? It would guarantee a new television champion crown tonight.
Hooks the leg, Brian Keith, two. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Over the top to the outside.
Brian Keith is out. Oh!
Center of the ring, hooks the leg, two! Oh my goodness! If the last was 2 15/16, that is surely 2 99% right there. Incredible. Rex Andrews gets the shoulder up at the last moment. This main event on the CW. To check it out on Crizio.com as well for the 360 view of this TV title main event.
Rex Andrews trying to get the big man Terrell Timbo over. Oh, slams it down on the arm.
Oh,
hey,
that arm bar right there.
That's got to be all. Wait, he hasn't locked it in all the way.
Tempo trying to block it here. Tempo trying to block it, Brad.
He turns into a pin, too, with a kick out.
Oh, but now
he
sticks
got
out of the arm bar. Lays out and
he taps it out. He taps it out.
One word can describe what we've just witnessed. Intense. Against all odds, Rex Andrews successfully defends the Reality of Wrestling Television Championship. How impressive was that?
Wow. Wow. Going against 3 of the top stars that we have here today in Reality Wrestling in the first ever 360 Fatal 4-Way Elimination match. Rex Andrews comes out the victor.
This is the showcase, you understand what I'm saying? Do you know how important this moment is? So he's got to come out, he's got to have that calm before the storm, and then music hits and the lights come on. Boom! Everybody sees it, right? You got to have the screens on, everything's got to match up at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You writing this down? You taking the notes?
Rex Andrews, quick question.
Hold on 1 second. I need those notes by 2 o'clock. You got me? What was your question?
How's it feel to be victorious in the historic 360 cam match?
You want to talk about the 360-degree camera match. The Crizio 360-degree camera match. The first time ever in professional wrestling history. Let me ask you a question. What's never been done in wrestling? Nothing. But I did it. I made history. The first man ever to walk into a 360-degree match as a champion and walk out the same way. I've been dominating this company since I've come back. Anything. Title defenses, ladder matches, anything they put in front of me, I dominated. But the best thing about that match was I finally put down Brian Keith. He got his rematch, and he couldn't get the job done. I'm the television champion, and it's gonna stay that way. Now, I got some stuff to get back to.
Mr. Andrews, it's just been announced that you will be defending your television title against Brian Keith next week.
What'd you just say to me? What did you just say to me? Why am I hearing this from you? Why are you coming to me with the camera in my face and telling me that I'm defending my championship against Brian Keith? Brian Keith got his rematch. He lost his rematch. He couldn't get the job done in a 360-degree ladder match, and that's it. That's the end of it. Get this camera out of my face. As far as I'm concerned, this is over with. Go! Get out of my face. I have work to do.
Wrestling fans, make your plans to be at the World Gym Arena in Texas City on Saturday, July 16th, because Reality of Wrestling is back. Doors open at 6:30 with showtime at 7. The flagship of wrestling is back and tickets will go fast, so get yours online and save cash by going to realityofwrestling.com. That's Saturday, July 16th at the World Gym Arena in Texas City for Reality of Wrestling.
This episode of The Reality of Wrestling is brought to you by Hilton Furniture. Let them have it. Walker Texas Lawyer at walkertexaslawyer.com and the Houston School of Carpentry. Welcome back to The Reality of Wrestling. Matt Topolsky alongside Brad Gilmore for the row. And Brad, now we know how we're going to crown a #1 contender contender for the Reality of Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Big news from the desk of Booker T.
We're going to have 3 qualifying matches. The winner of those matches will meet in a triple threat to determine the #1 contender.
Absolutely, and don't forget about next week, ladies and gentlemen. The Reality of Wrestling television title is up for grabs when Brian Keith faces Rex Andrews. Once and for all, they're going to settle their feud next week on the road.
And you know it's going to be hot in the old town next week when they go one-on-one for that TV championship.
But coming up next, Eric Lockhart versus the Shogun of the Row, Marcellus Black. That matchup is our main event, and it's next. Reality of Wrestling. Join in on the conversation by using the hashtag RowOnCW. Eric Lockhart with a tremendous opportunity this week on the Row. A victory here would put him in the finals of the #1 contender qualifying tournament.
Well, here he comes, TP. A man who's really taken the Row Nation by storm as of late and is trying to secure his spot in the triple threat match for the #1 contenders tournament. Marcellus Black.
The Shogun of the Row. The most impressive athlete in the Reality of Wrestling since making his arrival. A few weeks ago on this program, we speculated about whether or not Marcellus Black would become the #1 contender after he defeated Ruthless Ryan Davidson in his most impressive victory to date. He has a real opportunity now to punch his ticket to the #1 contendership. But standing across the ring from him is a veteran, a former Reality of Wrestling tag team champion, Eric Lockhart.
Well, here we go. Let's go up to Jeremiah Gallegos for our introductions.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, to my left, from New Richmond, Wisconsin, weighing at 192 pounds and 3 ounces, Eric Lockhart. And to my right, from the savage lands of the Shaolin, weighing at 300 pounds, the Shogun of the Row, Marcellus Black.
It's the Shogun versus Eric Lockhart in the #1 contenders tournament. That matchup is next. This is your main event on the Row. It is Marcellus Black versus Eric Lockhart and the #1 contendership. Hanging in the balance, this is a qualifying matchup to see who will make it to the finals.
I'm not even sure what Eric Lockhart's doing in this match.
Now, why would you say that?
Well, he got beat by Gino. Why should he get another opportunity? He had an opportunity, he lost it.
Eric Lockhart had 2 tremendous contests with the Latin heartthrob and the undefeated heavyweight champion Gino.
How many did he win? How many did he win?
Neither,
exactly. Thank you for proving my point, Topolsky.
Have you ever heard the expression, third time's the charm?
Oh.
This is an opportunity for Eric Lockhart to get one more shot at the Reality of Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
Well, he's got to go through Marcellus Black. When you talk about undefeated, you got to talk about Marcellus Black as well. Oh, as yet. Oh, wow. Landing on his feet.
Ducks underneath. Coming back again. It is the speed and agility And the veteran instincts of Eric Lockhart versus the size and strength of the Shogun of the Row, Marcellus Black.
Well, you know what? That was a smart move there by Eric Lockhart, trying to knock down the big man to size. At least he finally did something smart.
What is your problem with Eric Lockhart?
He's a loser.
He's a former Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champion.
Is he former? That means he lost him.
Nothing lasts forever, Brad Gilmore, but his accomplishments and accolades and his resume speak for itself.
Oh, hey.
Marcellus Black knocked off the ring apron there by Eric Lockhart. Eric Lockhart head of steam here. Suicide dive through the ropes. Oh, look out.
Oh.
But Marcellus Black caught him in midair.
Oh. Look at that.
Oh, look out.
Oh.
My goodness.
He's down. He's down. We got to get out of here, Topolsky. Wow. I've never seen Eric Lockhart get manhandled like that by Marcellus Black.
Marcellus Black just treated Eric Lockhart like a human lawn dart, launching him across the World Gym Arena here. Eric Lockhart launching himself.
Oh, man. These two are really taking it to each other right now, TP. It's a back and forth contest. Have you ever seen anything like this?
This is what the #1 contendership means to both. Looking for a Bushido bomb, perhaps in the middle of the ring.
Eric Lockhart, face plants. That's gotta be all for E-Lock.
Cover here. 1, 2, but Eric Lockhart kicks out. My goodness.
Wow.
Absolute bedlam out here. Eric Lockhart launched himself over the commentating table, sacrificing his body.
I just wish he sacrificed you. Oh, wow.
Eric Lockhart hooks that big tree trunk of a leg cover here too. But the Shogun slips out the back door, and that's the second time now Eric Lockhart has gone to that leg and knee area. He may be working on that leg for the lockout right there, Brad, setting him up for that submission move.
Will it be a smart strategy from Eric Lockhart to try to defeat the man who has just been undefeatable here in Reality of Wrestling? Wow. And look at that.
These are the veteran instincts of Eric Lockhart right now. He is trying to ground the Shogun of the Row.
You know, once upon a time, the Shogun spent some time on the gridiron, and one of the injuries that sidelined him for several games was to that very knee that Eric Lockhart is working on.
Head of steam here. Oh! But Eric Lockhart eats a big boot, but that took a heck of a lot out of the Shogun, who is on one good wheel right now.
Eric Lockhart throwing him into the corner. Oh! Oh!
Now, Eric Lockhart had some nasty pre-match comments about the Shogun of the Row. Doesn't really respect his skill set here in the Reality of Wrestling, claiming he's better suited for the NFL than for the Reality of Wrestling. Do you think those comments are fair?
You know what? Eric Lockhart has always been someone who's been very opinionated, but that's one opinion that just does not matter. Marcellus Black has proven himself inside the squared circle, whether you like him or not.
The Shogun was looking for that Nico knee in the corner. Springboard here, second rope. Eric Lockhart connects. That's vintage Eric Lockhart. Middle of the ring, can he take advantage here?
He just got him in a front face lock, trying to turn him over with one of those signature suplexes that he likes to do. Getting a little extra wind in there, boom, and he gets it.
Herculean effort from Eric Lockhart. Connects with that swinging suplex.
I think he's looking for that submission hold.
He's going for the lockout there. The Shogun back to his feet. Oh. There's a Nico knee in the corner. Oh my goodness! Connects flush, middle of the ring. Cover here, 2. And a kick out. The winner of this matchup, again, to remind everybody at home, will head to the finals of the #1 contender tournament. 3 qualifying matches over the next few weeks here on the Reality of Wrestling. Eric Lockhart, perched up top, springboard. Oh. But the Shogun was waiting for him. Incredible straight bomb. He hit it, cover. 2, 3. Wow. The Shogun moves on.
An impressive showing from Marcellus Black. But we gotta also give it up to Eric Lockhart. Maybe taking Marcellus Black to a level he has not been to yet. And Marcellus Black applauding Eric Lockhart. You know what this means, Matt Topolsky? Not only does Marcellus Black go to the finals of that #1 contendership tournament, Eric Lockhart is still a loser.
Come on now. Enough is enough from you. The bottom line here is the Shogun of the Row is moving on to the finals of the #1 contender tournament. And in addition to that, he's still undefeated here at the Row. Imagine the prospect of our #1 contender being undefeated versus the Latin heartthrob Gino, our undefeated heavyweight champion. It could happen. Stay tuned to find out if it does. We'll see you next week on The Row.